Hi everybody, blessings and love, and hello and welcome. This is a spur of the moment Facebook live. We're going to see whether we broadcast. We're going to see how this goes. I'm going to jump on Facebook on my phone actually and just see whether I am live or not. Oh my gosh, I am. That's so exciting. How are we all? How are we all? I am here today to spread some love and say hello. Say hello, say hello. I'm going to be doing some card draws, card pulls for people. So if you are live and you are wishing for a message from the angels, if you've got a question, ask for a question. I have the deck of tarot here. I've got the Wisdom Tarot, which I absolutely adore, by Bradley. So questions are great. I'm here to help answer them. I do have other decks of cards as well, oracle decks, which are on my desk, so if we get people asking for just a random card, then I'll have to reach for another deck, I think. But ask a question. Let's go deep. Let's get you some proper guidance through. Hey, it's been a little while since I've been live on here, so welcome to all. Welcome to all that are new to my group, new to my page. My name is Alice. It is such an honour to be here with you all. I'm here as a gorgeous weaver of light who I just really enjoy being here on the earth plane. It's just such a wonderful, gorgeous experience. I get to interact with people and people, places, animals, everything, anything, and just spread that joy, spread those beautiful sparkles, those wonderful rainbow light, and help people remember the power that they hold within them, help people remember the truth of who they are. And that's always such a sacred gift, a sacred honouring, really, to be able to do that and bring that through. But yeah, we've got a lot of stuff happening right now. We are on the 11th of the 8th, so it's a very big window for manifesting, right? It's a very big window for manifesting, you know, whatever it is that you want, whatever your frequency at, whatever your point of attraction is going to be manifested pretty quickly, because we're still in that Lion's Gateway. We are still in that beautiful energy. We've got the moon is in Virgo, which is really drawing and enhancing that kind of that self-care and nurturing energy within us. So that's always wonderful to have that, especially for a fellow Virgo. I really enjoy all the Virgo in the astrology right now. We've got Mercury. I think Mars is in Virgo as well, which is really good. But we've got Mercury moving into Virgo, which is very organised, and you know, Mercury is very much about communication and about you know, work and things like that. And Mars is similar, and it's funny because you know, Virgo is ruled by Mercury as well, right? So they're very at home within one another. So you may find that you are very inspired and inclined to really get organized with your life path, with things on a practical nature, with you know, work and you know, projects and things like that. So that's always, I always enjoy that time. For Leo season, there is a lot of Virgoan energy, which is always beautiful. I'm just having a little look. We've got the 10 of Cups here coming out. Look at that beautiful 10 of Cups. Look at all that beautiful, beautiful rainbow light. You know, this really is a time when we are connecting with people that we can trust, that we can relate to, you know, building the foundations for a really, really happy life, you know, happy projection of life, right? Whether that is in regards to another being, another person, a family matter, whether that is in regards to, you know, just the home life anyway, and what that looks like. You know, we've got all this wonderful energy coming in, and look at that on the bottom of the deck. We have this one of Pentacles, right? This is one of Earth, which is all about this, you know, abundance and new ideas and good fortune and wise counsel. So like, what a great combination to have 10 of Cups and one of Earth coming in, one of Pentacles, you know. You may be looking at moving home right now, you know. We may be looking at really reevaluating where we are, and you know, in our career and our vocation, and really getting into alignment. And that's really what Lionsgate is about as well, is that spiritual sun of ours, the sun beyond the sun. And it's always been you know, it's always been a wonderful time where our higher self and our oversoul really kind of draw out of our shell, right? You know, it brings it forward a little bit to make it more manifest in the physical beautiful world, so I always adore that. You know, we've got this Queen of Fire coming in, right? It's Queen of Wands. Look at her sat there on her throne with a cat. You know, really bringing in that kind of that courage as well, that and the courage and the feminine energy. This isn't the King of Wands that was coming out here. Look, it's the Queen, you know. So really bringing in that courage of and belief within yourself, right? You know, those things that you maybe previously felt like you couldn't do, you can do, you know. Yeah, it's kind of like she brings in that balance as well. She brings in that balance. Let's see, is there anyone online today? Let's have a little look. It'd be so gorgeous to speak with you. I think I need to give some people a little bit of notice as well, right? Yeah, maybe I'll do that next time. It's so funny because I rarely know as well. I'm so kind of in the present moment that I'm like, I should maybe try and set a time that I come live to do angel readings and card pulls for people, but usually something else kind of happens. So so that really kind of sticks to a certain slot, but maybe I should do that. Maybe that's what I should manifest, you know. This is really a time that, I mean, the Lion's Gateway is essentially, it's the ancient New Year, right? That's what it would be back in Atlantean times, back in, you know, when the earth was kind of starting back in ancient Egypt, right? The alignment of Sirius with our sun and our planet is like our new year, and it would bring these new beginnings. And it's really like a very, very, very blank slate, you know? You can create whatever it is that you want right now. You really can. You really, really can. And it's so funny because when we find ourselves in such a auspicious and but promising time, we're able, you know, where we are really able to create whatever it is that we desire. You know, sometimes there can be a lot of distractions coming in around us as well, so it's really important to keep that focus, right? To keep things, you know, really, really aligned. So, you know, it's a great time to create a vision board. It's a great time to write down goals, affirmations, I am affirmations. It's a great time to think about what it is. And when I say think, I don't mean think with your head. I mean connecting ascended crown chakra to heart space and letting your higher self, hi Dawn, welcome. I'm doing angel readings if you'd like a card, my friend. But letting yourself bring through the guidance from your higher self, connecting with your higher self and letting them help you see what it is that you're meant to be doing. I was on a very long drive the other day, and I love driving because of all the downloads and all the visions I receive as I'm doing that, because it's like a very long meditation. You know, you kind of just sat in a car, obviously driving the car very safely. But you know, your body is occupied, so it creates this space for all these downloads to come in. And it was wonderful because this was on the 9th, I was driving somewhere, and I got to see the most incredible vision of like where my higher self was wanting to take me, and where, like, what my future timeline is going to be that I'm going to be embodying in the next few months to a year. And you know, and that's what all our higher selves want to do right now. They're trying to show us, they want us to listen. So notice the signs, notice the synchronicities, notice, you know, if you're being guided to rest. If you're being guided to meditate, if you're being guided to kind of daydream, please do so, because that's how your higher self is going to come through and share with you what it is that you you know, really are wanting to do, right? Really are meant to be doing. And when we you know, and when we do that, when we listen to our higher self, you know, everything just aligns, right? It's when we kind of have that resistance because we're a little bit worried or we're a little bit afraid. That's when things start to get a little bit blocked. But you know, if we want to have this, right, we've got to have that courage. You know, we've got to be able to dream. You know, got to be able to dream. This is a massive time of renewal. Look at this, right? The renewal card coming in. You know, card number 20 of the Major Arcana. You know, And this is about shifting direction, right? This time is about shifting that direction. Reviewing, looking at past scenarios and past relationships with a heart of forgiveness, with a heart of compassion, because when we do that, we release the cords and the binds, and we release the energy grids, we release the patterns that that those relationships or experiences will have brought to help us create space within us for more light, right? And when we look back in forgiveness, it's really a beautiful, beautiful thing, you know. It helps us get clarity on where we're going, and it helps us turn that loop, right, into a spiral, into an expansive spiral. And once again, I keep cutting the deck, and I've just cut it, and it's the same cards coming out again, you know. We bring in that Queen of Fire again, you know, that Queen of Wands. Look at her. And she's connected here, you know. That black cat can bring in a bit of superstition, or it can bring in that mysticism, that connection to the intuitive realms, you know. But she is confident, you know. She's got that dragon energy coming in behind her, you know. She's got that wonderful, wonderful feline energy, and they are so intuitively led as well, right? And it reminds us to be intuitively led. It's reminding me as well, this card is reminding me of the ancient Egyptian goddess Bast, right? Bastet, who is all about independence and you know, protecting your home space and things like that, protecting your energy fields, right? So how do we need to protect our energy fields right now? How do we need to, you know, what are we doing to discern messages? I did a video on that just a little earlier, about an hour ago. Really important to watch, especially because there are lots of distractions right now, you know. It is time to believe in ourselves, and it's time to dream big, but not just big, like literally really, really big. It's time to massively, like, just blow the walls out, you know, dream as wide, as big as you can. Hi, beautiful soul, welcome to this live stream, love stream. And once again, I cut the deck again, and out comes that same card, the Dreamer. So, you know, renewal, dreaming, Queen of Wands, Ten of Cups, you know. It's really beautiful energy. We're in such a prime time. If you've not been thinking, if you've not been giving yourself space to receive messages from your higher self, please do so. Please make some time tomorrow, right? Or later on today if you're in North America and it's still afternoon, you know. And, you know, to do that is really quite simple. We can do any type of meditation, any type of daydreaming, whatever works for you. Sometimes I like to light a candle and just kind of gaze into it and let the flame dance and flicker and let my mind wander. Sometimes I like to sit in a meditation. Sometimes I like to chant. Sometimes I like to just go for a walk in nature. I don't usually take my phone when I go out places, because I don't need my phone when I go out places, because I'm being present in the moment. And when we're present in the moment, that's when divine order and divine intervention can bring us the people that we need to connect with, can bring us the signs and synchronicities and things that we need to experience, you know. And sometimes, like I said before, I end up going on a drive somewhere and all these visions start dropping in. But something that you could do, which might be a little bit easier for some people, depending on how used to you are with noticing your clear thought patterns rather than the you know, kind of then the clean. When I say clean thought patterns, I kind of mean the ones that are flowing from the divine aspect of yourself rather than the programmed aspect. One of the things that you can do is you know, just focus on your breathing for a little bit. Get a piece of paper and write down with your with whichever your dominant hand is. It's like, higher self, what would you like me to know? And then swap hands. Put your pen, pencil in the other hand, and just breathe. Just breathe deeply and just allow your hand to write words, you know, or scribbles. Or you can do this on a computer. It's a really good way to actually find out what your higher self wants to bring through. It's really effective, you know. This is a time when we're very conscious of what we do not want, right? Of what we do not want right now. You know, your priorities might have shifted, right? You may be feeling a little bit more drawn to this or a little bit less engaged in that. And that's good. That's, once again, that's your higher self saying, that was great, that served a purpose, thank you, that experience, that home, that person, whatever. But now I'm moving away from that, you know. I want to seek more, because I know there is more here, and I've really experienced this to the best of my ability, but there is more that wishes to come through, and I don't know what that looks like, and that's beautiful. I don't need to have that control, because when I have that control, I put myself in a box. When I release that control, the whole world is my oyster, right? So that's a wonderful, wonderful message to come through. And when we are in that space, and when we are being present, and when we are having that experience, you know, we start to really anchor ourselves in our heart space. We start to really give with love and compassion and just beauty to one another. And that could look like compliments, that could look like little gifts, little, you know, interactions, right? Whatever is inspired in the moment. And when we find ourselves offering from the heart space, just present in the moment, being of service to love, what we find is then we get all that energy comes back to us multifold in multiple different avenues, multiple different ways. It's really beautiful, you know, really, really beautiful. And you'd be surprised, right? Especially when we do something without expectation of anything coming back, you know. We have this High Priestess energy coming through, along with the Strength card. So once again, this is Archangel Ariel, right? She is the archangel who brings us that courage, that she's great at manifesting, works a lot with the Fae, always known and depicted with a lion, perfect for Lionsgate energy. You know, this is about your personal power, bringing that into alignment, bringing that into the physical, right? Because this is the thing as well, when we manifest things, we kind of, you know, we do the clearing, and we, you know, we say what we want, we affirm it, but then we forget sometimes to take action. Archangel Ariel reminds us that to make something physical on a physical plane, we have to actually physically do something as well, right? In alignment, you know. And also she helps us realize that we're way stronger, way more courageous than what we realize. And previous patterns of lack of courage, right, for whatever reason, you know, they're starting to, she asks us to call on her if we want to allow those to ebb away and stand in our aligned courage. And that's not arrogance or anything, that's just our own personal strength and power in a very balanced and anchored way. And it's really, really beautiful, right? A deep compassion she brings for everything and everyone. But I love that it's paired with the High Priestess energy, you know. And once again, you know, we've got Archangel Haniel coming in here with that lunar energy. I did a video on this before because I know that this is quite a controversial topic right now, depending on who you're following and what messages you're hearing. But, you know, we have that divine feminine energy of Sister Moon, the divine masculine energy of Brother Sun. And they both pair hand in hand, but right now the feminine energy is represented by that lunar energy oftentimes, and that highlights the subtleties, you know, that highlights that beautiful, subtle inner workings of ourselves, the emotional body, you know. And when that emotional body is coming up here in this way, is because it needs to ascend, it wants to ascend. There is the feminine energy within us that is somewhere wounded, and that's the focus to bring through and to anchor in a higher light. So whatever we believe, whatever our energy grid is within, will get projected outwardly, right? So notice what we hear ourselves saying, notice how we find ourselves acting, and notice what messages we're resonating with, and then choose to take them into our heart space and see whether they are based in love or whether they are based in maybe a little bit of fear. Because oftentimes we heal something, we think it's done, but it's like an onion with layers, or a rose with the petals peeling back. There's always something deeper, deeper, deeper to go, right? And, you know, it's really interesting because the High Priestess brings us that introspection time. She brings us that energy of wanting to go within, to really discover ourselves, to really discover who we are on a higher level, right? And to develop our intuitive gifts, to develop and trust the wisdom that we're receiving, and that ability to discern and to love and to really tune into that soul's desire. And then she pairs so well with Archangel Ariel here, who literally gives us the courage to follow what that is, right? To follow those soul's desires. So tune in to your higher self. Give yourself the space and the time to go inwards. It's going to be so important right now because we're in such a powerful manifestation period. This is the time of instant manifestation. You just think about something and it's there. It's really incredible. And when we learn how to work with that in a really powerful way, things really start to shift and change. Your highest timeline is literally at the door waiting, and it's up to you to walk through, right? So I want to send everyone so much love here. Do be sure to rest, do be sure to meditate, do be sure to connect with yourself, right? And, you know, allow yourself the grace to get to know who you are. And you are not the body, you are not the title, you are not the role that you're playing. You are that divine eternal energy that runs through you, right? That has maybe worn many different bodies whilst being here on Earth, maybe even on different planets and systems, right? You are the divine. And that's a really beautiful thing when we start to connect with that and really understand and know, you know? So I send you all so much love and so many blessings. Have the most beautiful evening. And I look forward to connecting with you soon. And if you would like any assistance in tapping into who you are, tapping into your soul mission, tapping into what the next steps are, right? Doing any deep healing of things that may be stuck, that you are just kind of, you can see it but you can't quite release it, let me know. Let me know. We have angelic guidance, starseed guidance, quantum healing available, all on my website, which is at the top of this page and also in the description box. It's always wonderful to connect with each one of you. I love you all so much. Thank you for being in this space, and thank you for bringing your beautiful energy to us. So much love.